I found them. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were... How are the dear children, Mrs. Woolcot?
Oh, very well indeed, thank you.
I just adore youngsters, don't you, Mrs. Brandt? In moderation. You have quite a number of the darlings, haven't you?
I should say she has, rather. 7 of them. Only one of them her own, though. Woolcot calls him the General. Be a great soldier one of these days, if Mother doesn't spoil him.
Well, I'm afraid Esther's inclined to spoil all of them. As a matter of fact, they all call her Esther, which is bad for discipline, eh, Colonel?
But, John, I love them all so much. And after all, children are only children once.
Pretty tough going, being mother to a healthy brood like that, I should say. Never mind, my dear. Splendid training. Splendid, what?
Yes, Colonel. But they are rather a handful at times.
You know, you're not much more than a kiddie yourself, are you, eh?
As member for this constituency, I have no hesitation in saying...
Bridget! Tell those children to stop that infernal noise at once. Anyhow, it's about time they were thinking of bed, isn't it?
Oh, go on, Lily, you ask him. Why, it was your idea. It was not. I only said it seemed like ours, since we had tea. Oh, Bunty, you're always making excuses. You're afraid, that's what. I am not afraid. I'll show you I'm not. Oh, come on now, let's all go in together. Well, if you lead the way, seeing you're so brave.
Did you think to do those guns? I really do.
Bunty! No! Baby! Why, whatever's the idea of this?
Hello, why, rolling up for their rations, by gad. Well, how are you, children? They're growing up, aren't they, Begad?
Well, what's the meaning of this tomfoolery?
Please, can we have a piece of turkey, Dad? We only had mutton for tea, and silly old parsnips.
Oh, go on, Woolcot, give them some turkey. I always did hate parsnips myself.
And spinach.
Oh, what? And spinach, she said. And by gad, she's right. I hate spinach.
When I was a child, I,
Ate my spinach, and look at me now.
Colonel will have his little joke. What I meant to say was, I always ate the plainest food.
Yes, and look at her now.
Rather questionable humour, George, and quite out of place.
Oh, sorry, my dear. Sorry.
Now say good night to everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good
Good night, children. Good night.
They're very sweet.
Oh, jolly little beggars, what?
Right. You'll pardon this interruption. This is something new, Esther. We must look into this. You were about to say, Mr. Hill?
As I said before, as member for this constituency...
Oh, this is too much.
Well, if it isn't the little General himself. And by gad, that looks like my best bowler, too.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Colonel. Oh, General, you're a very naughty little baby. Now, right back to bed you go. Excuse me, please.
I think it's just silly trying to learn wrestling out of a book.
Oh, is it? I bet I can put you on your back.
Oh, no, you don't. I've had enough wrestling for one night. I'm still sore from that last
Oh,
bout.
give it a rest, Tim. You'll have Father up here in a minute.
I'm just going to show Judy where it is.
No, you're not.
Oh, why don't you watch me?
Oh, stop it, for goodness sake, children. Whatever's the matter with you tonight? Your father's absolutely furious.
There'll be fireworks when the others go.
And they deserve it, too. Not one of you cares what's happened to little General, letting him wander around on his own.
Don't be saying that now, Esther. We thought he was fast asleep.
You know we all love him. Don't be General. Well, it doesn't look like it. That's all I can say. No wonder people call it the House of Misrule. Anyway, it's time you were all in bed, every one of you. Now, off you go. And don't make such a row. It's like living in Bedlam.
Gee, that turkey was good.
I told all the children, Ma'am, and they're waiting for you upstairs in the playroom.
Oh, thank you, Bridget.
I wonder what Esther wants.
I couldn't even guess. Could you, Pip?
Of course not.
What is it,
What is it,
Esther?
Esther? What's the matter?
Need you ask after last night's behavior? It was disgraceful. Your father can't get over it.
He thinks you're just an unruly tribe. Never mind, Esther, darling. Sure, he'll forget all about it. And what was it anyway? Only a bit of devilment, Acushla.
There's Judy going all Irish again. Father says he'll sacco Bridget if you don't stop imitating her. They only did it for a bit of fun, Esther. And we're awfully sorry if we upset you, aren't we, kids?
Too right. How often must I tell you not to use such slang? And fun or no fun, your father's told me that you can't go to the pictures for a whole month.
Oh, Esther, the mean old thing.
Couldn't you try and talk him over, Esther, dear? You know, we've all arranged for a picture party on Saturday, and we've been looking forward to it for a week.
Yes, and the seats are paid for.
And well, he knows it. Isn't that just like Father? What does he think we all are, a lot of blooming soldiers? Him and his old army.
Steady, Jude. Remember, he's your father after all.
Yes, and a fat chance he gives us of forgetting it.
Oh, now, Jude, there's no sense in going on like that. If you'd only help me by behaving yourself instead of acting like a lot of little aboriginals, well, I might stand a chance of persuading him.
Oh, do try, there's a dear.
Well, I won't promise anything, but if you'll all be very, very good, well, I'll see what I can do.
We've got to find a way out. Let's think, everybody. Whoopee! Listen, everyone, I've got it. Gather round, children, while I unfold my beautiful plan. What is it? Silence. Be quiet, Bunty. My idea is that we will be good all day.
Oh, don't be silly, Jude.
Where's that going to get us? Dad will never notice it.
Not unless we make him. We must all do something that will please him. Only be sure to let him see us doing it. Sure, 'tis a grand scheme entirely.
Oh, yes, let's. I think it's a good idea. I know something I could do.
Oh, well, I'll try anything once. Bet you it doesn't work.
Now, Pip, that's not the spirit. Come on, soldiers, let's get going. All ready? Quick march.
Hey, Speedy, I want you.
Yes? What do you want now, Slim? You know, the way you chased me back, you'd think I was a tin air.
Is that so? Well, imitate a hare now and run me down a couple of chickens for dinner. If they're not too fast for you.
Well, I thought so. I suppose if you was going to have steak, you'd want me to catch the bloomin' bullet.
Well, a little more exercise wouldn't hurt your shape at that.
Oh? Well, you're no greater garbo yourself. Anyway, just for that, you can go and catch your own bloomin' chickens.
Oh, Jim, what's wrong with you? What makes you so cranky this morning? Come on, boy, smile up.
Smile, did you say? Yes, but you didn't have the captain down on you this morning. Why, he's got a tongue like a stockwhip.
Well, no doubt you deserved it.
No, it wasn't me, it was the mare. She was that fresh, she nearly bucked him out of the saddle, and then he jumped on me.
There's your right, lazy bones. Why don't you work her more?
Oh, have a heart, will you? But, joking aside, Martha, he's getting terrible strict lately.
I'm not surprised. Children seems to get on his nerves sometimes. Especially last night.
Yes, I suppose that accounts for it.
Yes, indeed. And there's one of the little darlings now. Just look at her, playing with her little pets as good as gold.
And now, Pitsy and Silky, don't forget, you've all got to be awful good so we can go to the pictures.
Dear.
Yes, that's all right. But I'll get into trouble if he catches them hanging around the stables. You know, it's ever since young Judy cut the pony's knees jumping that gate.
He's thinking more of the horse's legs than Judy's neck, I'll bet.
And so was I, for that matter.
What? Oh, you men are all alike.
Yes, and so are you old maids.
Who's an old maid?
Oh, well, I don't want to mention names now, Martha. I say, how's the new boyfriend getting on?
Boyfriend indeed, at my age.
Oh, I don't know so much about that. You know, if you were all hosed down and groomed and well rugged up, well, you could step it out with the young fillies yet.
Oh, Jim, go on with you. You can't picture me. Anyhow, I'm broke until next week.
I say, Martha, have you ever thought of getting married?
No, thank you. I prefer to spend my own money.
Well, if ever you do, Martha, just look me over. You know, I'm sound in wind and limb. I'm broken to arms, pretty good with kids, and, well...
Oh, you're too hard in the mouth for me, Jim. Anyhow, I wouldn't marry a horse's housemaid. Now go and chase your chickens. Go on with it. Go on. Don't do that. You know I don't like it. You're cheeky. To go on with it. Go on with it. Oh, go for your life. Here's the captain coming, and I hope he takes the freshness out of you.
Righto, Jim. Take him. Yes, sir. He seemed a bit fresh this morning. Too much hard feed, not enough work. Take him out yourself this afternoon. He nearly pulled the arms out of me. Yes, he's terribly hard in the mouth, sir. Then use the curb on him. We can't have... Hello, what's that child doing?
Oh, keep quiet, Kitty. Oh, look at Silky. How very good he is. Now he hasn't got any more fleas. Oh, you naughty Kitty. Now you've gone and got soap in your eyes.
What's going on here? Good heavens, look at you. Run away to your mother, you little nuisance, and get some dry clothes. And look at my prize terrier. Damn.
Oh, Daddy, you swore.
Stop grinning there like an ape. Clean up this mess and get those animals dried before they catch a chill. Good Lord, Helen, look out! You'll cut your legs off.
Don't worry, Daddy. I'm an expert at this. Just you watch.
No! Put down that side at once, Helen. I hardly think a cork leg will improve your appearance. If you must be energetic, use a lawnmower.
Oh, but Daddy, you can't do the twiddly bits with a mower. And I'm only doing it to please you, my darling Daddy.
Well, then, do as I say. Use the lawnmower.
If you want a bit of sewing after this, Meg, you might get busy on my shirts. But I suppose that Aldous creature you've taken up with is teaching you to chuck the needle in favour of the lipstick.
Oh, you don't like Aldous because she's so proud and grown up. She looks on you as just a rough little schoolboy.
Shh, here comes Dad.
Thank you, Margaret, my dear. Evidently my prayers have been answered.
I'm so glad you're pleased, Father. We all love to hear you sing. It's so much nicer when the pages are all mixed.
What are you doing?
Just polishing up my geometry, sir.
Yes, judging by your last report, could do with a bit of polishing.
Yes, I can't understand it. Because you were so good at maths when you were at school, weren't you, sir?
Yes, I suppose I was. I won prizes and things. I must let you have some of my examination papers. They might be useful to you.
Oh, thanks awfully, sir. It'll be a great help, I'm sure. Could I get them now, sir?
No. I'm much too busy today. Got a parade this afternoon and big regimental dinner tonight, you know. That reminds me. I must get my gear ready. Well, keep up the good work, children. You children aren't sickening for anything, I hope.
Okay, that'll please him.
What are you doing here?
And who gave you permission to enter my room?
Oh, gosh, Dad, I didn't mean it. Oh, Bunty, whatever's the matter with you?
Matter? Just look at that. My tunic's ruined. That tunic...
Never mind, darling. I'll have it spotless in plenty of time for mess.
But you don't understand, darling. I've got to wear that tonight. Anyhow, what's got into the children? Have they all gone crazy?
No, John. They're just trying to please you.
Well, I don't want to be pleased. Not this way, anyhow. That tunic's the only one I've got.
Oh, it's not so bad. Just a few stains. Don't worry, dear. I'll soon fix it.
Then one of the children can take it down to the barracks for you this afternoon.
All right, darling. I wouldn't worry so much about it, only it so happens that tonight's dinner's terribly important.
Yes.
Well, what do you want?
A nice drink of milk for you, Daddy.
Milk? Milk? I hate milk. What I want is air. Air, and plenty of it, before I go crazy.
Daddy didn't seem a bit pleased.
Hello, hello. Who have we got here, eh? Oh, and the General himself. Well, well. Where do you youngsters think you're off to?
Well, we're just delivering a parcel for Father, sir.
Capital, capital. And the General. Well, 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 well. Introducing him to barrack life, eh? Well, you can't start him off too young, you know. No, by God.
And he gave the sentry such a lovely salute.
Did he? Good boy, good boy. Be a great general yourself one of these days, won't you? Yes. Well, I'm jolly glad to have seen you children. But here, I want you to just take this as a little memento of our meeting, eh?
I'm afraid Father wouldn't like it, sir.
Oh,
Thank you very much. all the same.
nonsense, my boy. Here, don't you be difficult now. Why, you know I've known you two ever since you were knee-high to the General. Here. Come along.
Thank you so
Now,
much.
you get yourself some ice cream or something on the way home, eh? Go and take in the pictures, eh? Oh, I beg your pardon, sir. Good morning, sir.
Cheerio.
Goodbye, sir. Thank you.
Poor little darling. He's tired. He hasn't had his afternoon sleepy bye. I've an idea. A great idea.
I hope it's better than that last scheme of yours. That was a terrible flop.
Well, of course, you wouldn't want to do it. But I was thinking how nice it'd be to go skating and watch the show.
Fine, great. How far do you think he'd go on skates?
Poor little darling. He's almost asleep now.
But he can't sleep here.
Why not?
Well, if Dad knew, we'd never hear the end of it.
Dad won't know. We'll be back before he comes off parade.
But where will he sleep?
Leave it to me. I'll find a comfortable place for him.
All right, let's get started. Come on. Come on, Jude, we'll be late for the show.
Rather a good show, sir.
Oh, splendid, splendid.
The men are coming along quite nicely. I hope they do as well for the General tomorrow.
Let's hope so.
They all seem to be pretty well on their toes, the non-coms particularly.
Well, then, we must keep them there.
How do, Colonel? How do, everybody?
Hello, how are you?
Well.
Look who's here. Delighted to see you, Colonel.
How are you, Martin? How do, Woolcot?
Good day, sir.
No, I thought I'd better just pop in and pay my respects.
About time, too. Whiskey and soda.
Whiskey and soda.
Won't you join us, sir?
Thank you. Yes, same for me, please. Well, you know, you put up a fine show this afternoon, Martin. I saw it. Yes, I did. Oh, almost up to our old standard, eh?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I got a whisper that there was something very special on this afternoon, so I thought I'd just pop over and have a look-see, eh? Oh, thank you.
Wouldn't you like to sit down, Colonel?
Sit down. Oh, yes, I think I will sit
Orderly,
down.
get a chair for the Colonel.
Yes. Thanks, old man. Thanks, it's a good idea. I feel a bit familiar.
No, sir.
What the devil do you mean?
You know, Miss Helen, baby, sir.
Baby? What baby? Well, bless me if it isn't young Woolcot. Well, Woolcot, you're starting him off early, all right, eh? I say, I nearly wiped him out in his first engagement, though.
Excuse me, sir.
A splendid father and devoted to duty.
I beg your pardon, sir. You're holding him upside down. Oh, go to the devil.
Just one moment, Woolcot. What's the meaning of this? How dare you, a responsible officer, bring your offspring into His Majesty's mess? It's entirely against regulations. Most unusual, sir. Most unusual.
Most embarrassing, sir. I'll take him home. I'll return in time for mess.
Just one moment, Woolcot. Gentlemen, as your glasses are charged, let's drink the health of our young visitor. We're honored to have you with us, sir, on your first appearance on active service. You ready, gentlemen?
Gentlemen, our young visitor, the little general.
Little general.
Aha.
This is the most disgraceful thing you've done yet. I'll deal with you later.
It wasn't Pip's fault, Daddy. It was my idea.
Oh, no, Judy.
I don't care whose fault it is. As for you, Helen, it seems you're no longer to be trusted. I've stood all the insubordination I mean to stand from you. I warned you. Now you will go to boarding school.
Well, it won't be long now, Meg.
Ah, I hear the tumble approaching.
But Lady Judy Woolcot knows how to meet her fate. It is a far, far better thing I
Oh,
do.
Judy, don't, dear. You make it sound so real. I can't believe you're going to leave us. We'll miss you terribly.
There, cheer up, Meg, old dear. It won't last forever.
My luck was out all right, but thank goodness I can take it. Anyone would think you were going instead of me.
Cheerio, Jude. The taxi's here and Father's nearly ready. Goodbye, old girl. Keep your chin up and everything will be okay. Don't forget to let us know how you get on. And here's a couple of bob. It might come in handy.
Thanks, Pip.
Here's a beautiful Jude. I saved it up for you.
Oh, Bunty.
And here's a handkerchief Grandma gave me.
Thanks, Nell. Father's waiting. Are you ready, Judy, dear? Be a brave girl now and make the best of it. And I'll see what I can do with Daddy while you're away. Don't worry about me, Esther. I'll be all right.
Come on, Helen. Hurry up or we'll miss the train.
Goodbye, everybody. And thanks ever so much for all the nice things. Cheerio, kids.
Bye, Judy.
No, please don't come down with me. I'd rather go by myself.
Anything more, ma'am?
That'll do, thank you. I'll have your trunk taken care of, Helen. You can unpack it later. Now, if you'll come along with me, I'll introduce you to some of the girls.
Marion. Marion, this is Helen Woolcot. Helen, this is Marion Blake. Marion, she'll be in your dormitory. You might show her where it is, will you?
Yes.
This is Helen Woolcot. She's to be in our dormitory. Helen, this is Doris and Betty.
Well,
Come on, and I'll show you your new home.
I hope she's a good sport.
Well, she looks all right.
We'll find out soon enough. Too bad for her if she isn't.
Well, this is where we live. This is your bed, Helen, and that's mine next to you.
Please don't call me Helen. At home, everyone calls me Judy. Except Father.
All right, Judy. Hurry up and take your hat off, and I'll show you round. Oh, you'll like it here.
Oh, Marion, I don't think I'll ever like this place. It's too much like my father's
Oh,
barracks.
you'll get used to it. You're just a little homesick, that's all. As soon as you get to know the girls, you'll be all right.
Now, just a little more here, Meg. That's better. Now you're really beginning to look grown up.
I feel different already.
Of course you do. Look at your hair now. All smart women wear their hair that way. Oh, by the way, how's Judy?
We haven't heard from her for about 3 weeks.
I'll bet she's in some mischief.
I hope not. Poor Judy, she always seems to get caught.
If you look as smart at my party on Saturday night, you'll have all the boys rushing you.
I don't want all the boys.
You don't? Well, that is good news.
Oh, you know I didn't mean it that way.
Anyway, Andrew will be there. That will make you happy, won't it?
I'm not in the least bit interested.
He is, though. Every time I see him, he asks after you. He likes you, Meg. Well, I must be going. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Alda.
Oh, Meg, Esther wants you to come downstairs. She's just got a letter from Jude. Oh, you do look funny.
Oh, don't be stupid, Bunty.
But look at your hair. It's silly.
All smart women wear their hair like that.
Daddy'll smarten you when he sees you.
Oh, Bunty, look, I don't want you to tell anyone. Promise me?
But that wouldn't be fair, Meg, not to let the others in on the joke.
Look, if you promise not to tell anyone, I'll give you 6pence.
Well, that's pretty cheap. Oh, well, give me the money.
I'll get it for you tonight. Now run and tell Esther I'll be down in a few minutes.
All right, but you'd better not forget.
I wonder if you'd know me now, Jude.
Throw me an apple.
It's all right. She's finished her last round. Hey, some of that ginger beer for me. That's all we've got.
Girls, I have a surprise. I'm going to tell you a secret.
Good. What is it, Judy?
I'm going home.
But you never told me. What did you hear?
But I didn't hear Marion. I've just made up my mind to go.
Well, run away.
Shh. Well, why not? But your father will send you straight back. If he catches me. But I don't intend to let him catch me. It's miles to your home from here. How are you going to manage it? I'll find a way. Oh, it'll be good to see the other kids again. Pip, Bunty, and the little general. I bet old Meg's still sewing on that dress.
Enjoying yourself, Meg? Oh, yes, it's lovely.
We've been wasting time. I didn't know Meg danced so well.
There's a lot of things you don't know about Meg.
Well, give me time. I think it's much nicer to find out about people without having to be told, don't you? Come on, let's dance. I'm a beautiful waltzer.
This is my dance, I believe.
Oh, I'm sorry, old chap.
Oh, you can't dance with her all the time. Can I have the next then?
I love you.
Thank you.
I'd rather not dance this one if you don't mind. I've got a bit of a headache.
Well, there's only one cure. Fresh air. Come on, let's go outside. Won't you sit down? Like a cigarette.
No, thanks. I don't smoke.
Oh, you ought to try one. They'll do the headache good.
All right, I'll try.
Sure. Oh, you want to take it easier at first. Ah, you're a sweet kid.
Oh, please don't do that.
Oh, come on.
Please.
What's the matter? Come on, be a regular girl.
Get away from me, please.
What's all the noise about? Party getting rough?
I was just having a little fun, but Meg has no sense of humor.
She does seem to have missed the joke, if any. Run along like a good little boy. I want to talk to Meg.
Sorry, old dear, and all that sort of thing. Cheerio, girls.
What's the hurry? Where are you going?
Home.
Oh, don't be so prudish, dear. What if he did try to kiss you?
How do you know what he did?
But they all do sooner or later, especially in moonlight corners. There's nothing to get excited about.
Perhaps not. All the same, I'm going home.
But you can't. It's too early. If you're going to be so old-maidish, you won't be asked out anywhere. But think of all the trouble I've gone to smarten you up.
I know, Oldison. I'm awfully grateful to you. I'm afraid I'm just not cut out for this sort of thing. I'm old-fashioned, I suppose.
Prehistoric, I should say.
Oh, well, who knows? Perhaps I shall find a Stone Age man someday.
Who's there? Jude! Oh, Judy! Oh, Judy, you frightened the life out of me. But how did you get here?
Never mind that now, Bunty. I'm too tired to tell you. You run along and tell Meg and Pip I'm here.
All right.
Bunty,
Yes?
don't breathe a word to anyone else, will you?
I promise I won't.
And see if you can get me something to eat.
Right you are, Jude, as quick as I can. But I'll have to be careful. Dad's looking for me.
What's Father dashing about for?
I don't know. He seems pretty wild over something. Bunty, have you been up to something? Is Dad looking for you?
Oh. Where is he?
He's gone round the other side of the house.
Oh, Judy's in the barn. She wants to see you, Pip.
Bunty, wait.
I can't stop now. I'm in a hurry.
Let's go and see, Meg. If he's fooling, I'll punch his head off.
Oh, Judy, I can't believe it.
How do you come to be here anyway?
I just made up my mind to see you all, and here I am.
Oh, that's a terrible cough. We'll have to do something about that.
Oh, don't worry. You see, I got a bit wet, and oh, Meg, it was so cold sometimes.
But it's worth it all to be home again. Oh, Judy, it's grand to have you. Oh, but what do Father and Esther say?
You mustn't tell them, Meg. You mustn't. Not yet, anyway.
Listen, Meg, we can't leave Judy like this. Tell you what we'll do. You get her some dry things, and I'll hustle up some blankets and candles so we can make her comfortable. What are you doing here?
Bunty told me Jude was here.
He would. Come on, Meg.
Hello, Jude. I'm so glad you're back.
Are you?
Yes, we have missed you.
It's no good, Pip. We'll have to tell Esther. Judy can't stay up there with that dreadful cough. She frightens me. She looks dreadful.
You're right, Meg, but Esther won't be home until tonight. Anyhow, let's make her comfortable in the meantime. But watch out that nobody sees us getting back to the barn.
Hey, you little fella, come back here at once.
Oh, so it's you, is it? First you shoot at my horse, now I catch you stealing.
No, Dad, I'm not. Truly, I tell you, I'm not.
Don't lie to me. What's all this? Good heavens. Well, you greedy young...
I'm not greedy. I wasn't going to eat them. They're not for me. Oh, I didn't mean to say that.
Not for you? What do you mean, not for you? Who were they for, then? Answer me or I'll flay you, you...
They were for someone in the barn.
Someone in the barn? I don't understand you. Who's in the barn?
Oh, I can't tell you.
You can't tell me. Well, we'll soon find out.
What was school like, and were the girls nice?
Oh, the girls were all right, but I'd rather be home.
Helen,
What are you doing here? What do you mean by running away from school? Well, have you nothing to say for yourself? No excuse for this disgraceful conduct?
No, Father.
I'll not tolerate this defiance of my orders. I'll send you back.
Please, Father. Judy's terribly sick.
I don't care. Back to school she goes this very day.
Father, I've never opposed you before, but this time it's necessary.
Margaret, you forget yourself.
I don't care. Judy's not going back to school. She's sick and feverish. See for yourself.
Well, what have you got her here for? Get her over to the house right away. I'll get the doctor. Try one of those, Doctor. I can recommend them.
Oh, thank you, Woolcot. I always advise better from behind a good cigar.
Oh, why so serious? There's nothing wrong with your young patient, is there?
Well, to be candid, Woolcot, I'm not altogether easy in my mind about her. She's had quite a shaking up. Although her recovery has been remarkable, I would advise you not to send her back to school for some time anyway.
Well, of course, I must be governed by your opinion.
We must be careful for some time that her lungs don't develop a permanent weakness.
As bad as all that, is it?
Yes. You see, she's one of those restless, highly strung subjects. One of those who take quite a lot out of themselves. With her temperament, she possesses a capacity for joy and unhappiness quite unknown to slower natures.
Yes, quite so, yes.
You must send her away to the country where she can pick up new strength.
Yes, I see.
Judy is a fine little girl, and one of these days will become a fine woman. But take care of her, Woolcot.
Thank you, Doctor. Ah, here's Esther now.
How are you, Doctor? Judy seems much better.
Yes, but I was advising your husband to send her away to the country for a spell, and the sooner the better.
You remember, John, Mother invited us to stay with her. Shall I write and tell her we're coming?
Well, I see nothing to stop you, dear. You take the children down there, and I'll join you as soon as I can.
The very thing. Splendid.
Oh,
Splendid.
Mother will just adore seeing them all. I'll write her now, if you'll excuse me.
You might mention in your letter that I'm afraid Yarra Happany will be a sadder and wiser place before the month's over.
How are you?
Quite well, thank you.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
I'll be pleased to see your daughter again. Excuse me.
Thank you. Well, Ted, it will be nice to have Esther and the children home with us for a little while.
Not feeling a bit excited, are you, Mary?
Of course not. Oh, but I do wish the train would hurry.
Here she comes now.
Oh, Ted, do I look all right?
Don't worry. It's not the train. Just a cloud. I thought it was smoke.
Oh.
So you're not excited, eh?
Well, what if I am? Just a little. Why, you're as nervous as a cat yourself. You keep on putting that pipe in your mouth and taking it out again.
I was thinking about Judy. A couple of days with us and she'll be as right as rain. Hello, here comes the train now.
And here's the little general.
Isn't he a fat? Just look at his legs, Grandma.
Isn't he a fatty? Oh. Come on now, we must all get home before dark. Tom, you might see to the luggage, please, will you?
Certainly.
Who's that man, darling? Does he work for you?
Yes, dear. Mr. Gillette. Oh, he's a very fine man. He does all the odd jobs and attends to the storeroom. Drinks his trouble.
And how's my Judy?
Sure, I'm fine, Grandpa. Just to see you, does it?
Hooray! There's her whole self again.
Did you hear it?
She's talking Irish.
Never mind. It's a well.
Don't try and put the horse in his back, Mr. Wrestler.
Bunty,
When you coming, Jude?
I'll be with you next time.
Come on, everybody.
Bye, darling.
See you later, Mary.
Something to eat in case I get hungry.
I will, Mrs. Temple. Well, Pip, what have you got to say now? Still want to be a cattleman?
Yes, sir. This is the life for me. Out in the open all day, riding, branding.
How about it, Bunty?
Rat, it's best to be just the same as Mr. Gillette. That's what I'm going to be.
You're on the wrong track, son. Don't ever try to be like me.
He never will be, Mr. Gillette. I can't imagine Bunty learning Rossetti by heart and cultivating a taste for watercolours.
Silly. He keeps the keys for the store, doesn't he? Well, that's what I want to do.
Well, we'd better be going or we'll be late for food. Come along.
Right, sir. Come on, boy.
Come on. What?
Why did you tell Bunty not to be like you?
I don't suppose you've heard, but sometimes whiskey and myself become very good partners.
I'm sorry.
Feeling hungry?
Right, sir.
Put the horses away. Have a wash up and eat. That suit you. I'll take your horse round to the stable, Miss Meg.
Thank you.
Finders, keepers?
Oh, you don't want that. Blue wouldn't suit you anyway.
Perhaps you're right. But I can try and make it. Do you happen to know what blue stands for?
I've been told of lots of things it stands for.
Did you ever hear it stood for the badge of temperance?
Is that why you want it?
Maybe.
You make me very happy.
Thanks. And if I can't change my color, I'll return it.
And remember, I'm not in a hurry for it.
Hello. How's the gay young bachelor?
Hello. Why so merry and bright? Is it your birthday or something?
Oh, doctors don't tell. No, as a matter of fact, I've been prescribing for myself the last day or so.
Taking some of your own medicine, eh?
No, just the opposite. I've been doing some of the things I told my patients not to do, and I'm feeling fine.
I would never have thought it of you. How about prescribing for me along those lines?
Nothing doing. You got to poke out your tongue, say 99, and pay me your fee.
You win. Sit down, won't you?
No, I'm in a hurry. I've got to go and play golf. Now, why don't you play golf? Nothing like it to make your worries seem trivial.
Why, I haven't got any worries.
No? You play me golf and then you will have some. But joking aside, old man, you do take life rather seriously, don't you?
Well, maybe I'd prefer it that way.
Well, you take my advice. It's bad to keep a mind standing to attention all the time. Must stand easy now and then, you know.
Yes, I suppose there's something in that.
Well, what I really came about was to inquire after the family, and little Judy in particular. How are they all keeping?
Well, according to latest reports, they're having a great time. Judy's picking up wonderfully well.
Good, splendid. I suppose you'll be glad to see them all again.
Well, as a matter of fact, Doc, the place does seem a little bit quiet, don't you think?
Yes, well, it doesn't look like a sick room, if I may say so.
Oh, don't be so professional.
My dear boy, you don't know how lucky you are to have such fine children as you have.
No, trust a single man to talk like that. You don't have to pay the bills.
No. But people never pay mine, so that squares that. Well, I must be off. Give my regards to the family and tell Judy not to overdo it. Cheerio.
Cheerio, Doc. Sorry you can't stop.
awfully tired, aren't you? No. Oh, yes. I'm sorry, Judy. What were you saying?
I was saying I'm tired.
Oh, I've just finished combing my hair.
This'll do.
Oh, Judy, don't take that.
Why not?
Oh, look, I've got a particular use for it.
Same here.
Oh, please, Judy, really, I want it.
Oh, all right. Why such a fuss over a hair ribbon? I suppose I could do without it, though.
Look, Judy, you've got a good deal of sense now and again.
Out with it.
Well, it's this way. You know Mr. Gillette?
Your protégé.
Well, he's really a very fine fellow. If only
he didn't.
Oh, don't be a little rich, Jude.
Mr. Gillette, he on the bust again today.
Oh, please don't, Judy. Well, I gave him this ribbon as a sort of pledge to stop drinking. Of course, I said he could keep it. And then...
Couldn't keep it up. No, they can't. I heard Grandpa saying he knew he was too good to last.
But he can keep it up. I know he can.
But how does this badge of honor come to be in your drawer? I thought you said you gave it to him.
Well, I did. And then today, when he came back after being away, he gave it solemnly to me.
Yes, I suppose he felt he had to. But weren't you rather a chum to take it? If I thought a hair ribbon of mine, not that I ever had one to bless myself with, was making a fellow man shun the bottle, I'd make him take it back if I had to tie it round his neck till he choked. Why didn't you?
Well, I felt too embarrassed. The opportunity just slipped away. Now I simply don't know what to do. I wish I could give it back to him again somehow.
Well, why don't you?
It'd be so awkward now. He might say, no thanks, keep it.
Leave it to me, old girl. I'll find a way to slip it into his pocket at the picnic tomorrow. When he finds it, he'll go on the water wagon instanter. You'll see.
Oh, Judy, you're a darling through all your madness.
Faith, it's inborn in me. Now, Sinbad, turn out the light. Hurry, first.
Oh, look at Bunty, he's starting on the cake already. Make him stop.
Bunty, put that cake back. Don't be so greedy. Don't you wait a minute.
Oh, hurry up then, Ned. Gee, I'm hungry.
I never knew you any other way. You've been stuffing yourself with raisins and figs all the way up here.
Well, Grandma said they were good for me, and she ought to know best.
How's the tea getting on?
It won't be a minute now, girls. Just wait till I get the grasshoppers out of the billy.
Oh, you horrid thing! Not really.
It's just his way of being funny, dear.
You can't get me. General. Come on. Whoa! Now, listen. We're going to play another game. You close your eyes while I hide this. Close them, darling. Don't look. Close them. Come on. Try that. I don't want you to look at Judy. Don't look.
Don't look. Don't look. General.
Well, tea's ready, Meg.
Judy, come along before Bunty eats the lot.
Come and get it.
Right you are, darling. Wait till I catch this young scamp.
Judy. Help me lift it off her. I'll carry her into that old shack. You go ahead and fix a place to put her. Yes. Go and get some cold water, Pip. Right.
Is she badly hurt?
I'm afraid so. I'm going for a doctor. And if anything should happen before he arrives, be brave. It's the only way you can help.
Judy, speak to me. Please, Jude. We'll get you well soon, won't we, Meg?
Of course we will. Are you in pain, dear? I feel numb all over. Say a prayer with me, Meg. What shall we say? We give thee thanks. No, that's grace, isn't it? Oh, Meg, I wish I'd gone to Sunday school. Oh, why, Judy, darling? You never did anyone a wrong. But I don't know any prayers or hymns. Do you? I remember. Come unto me, you who weary, and I will give thee rest. I don't want rest. I want to stay with you all. There's another one. my God, my Father, while I stray. Oh, Meg, I'm so frightened. Oh, there's nothing to be frightened of, dear. I was thinking that if I should die, I'd be so alone without you all. Oh, no, you won't, Judy. Remember, our own mother's there, waiting for you. Yes, that's right. She'll be glad to see me, won't she? Won't she? It's all right, Pip. Kiss me. I'm not afraid anymore. He got the blue ribbon, didn't he, Meg? Goodbye, Judy.
Sermon, don't you think?
Yes, John. Quite a lesson in it.
Yes, I suppose it was. You know, dear, in that atmosphere, one gets time to think. I proved no exception. I couldn't help feeling that perhaps, well, I'd been too strict with the children. With Judy in particular. What do you think?
I never would have said this to you, John, if you hadn't brought the subject up yourself. But since you've asked me, well, I don't think you've ever considered the children. Except to provide for them and as a necessary contribution to society.
Oh, I was simply following the way I was brought up myself.
Exactly. But didn't you wish many times you had a father to confide in? To tell your problems to and get advice from? Someone you felt was your pal?
Well, as a youngster, yes, I did. But well, as I grew older, I suppose I got accustomed to relying on myself.
Well, you mustn't let your children and our little one feel the same, John. Why, you've never given yourself time to study or enjoy them. Oh, life would be so much fuller for you, darling, if you'd make friends with them. Now, that's a joy that should be yours. But you've missed.
Yes. Perhaps it's my army training.
Oh, don't blame the army, darling. Maybe it's just a little selfishness. Oh, but forgive me for appearing to preach. One sermon a day is enough.
No, you're right, dear. But I think with your help and understanding, perhaps I can be a real father to them, eh?
Why, I'm sure you can, John.
You know, dear, I suppose I've always wanted to be just like other fathers, but I could never quite forget that I was on parade.
Oh, that's happened to so many people, John. They miss so much happiness because just because they can't divorce themselves from their jobs.
Yes. Well, thank goodness I've realized it before it's too late. Well, let's walk on, dear. I think the children will catch us up. We'll walk slowly.
Well, it's nice to have seen you again.
Goodbye, Mr. Allen.
Goodbye. Next Sunday. Goodbye.
I have said it. Goodbye. Yes, I realize that now. There are several ways in which I can. Ah, here they are now.
I'm sorry we were late. I was talking to Mrs. Allen.
Oh, that's quite all right, dear. There's no hurry. Well, we'll get along, shall we?
I was your age, Bunty, I could hit the mark 9 times out of 10.
Did you practice hitting a bottle, Dad?
Oh, sometimes. Once I missed and hit the schoolmaster right in the eye.
Oh, Daddy, what did he say?
Oh, he didn't say much, but he did an awful lot that was very painful. Come on, kids, let's see what we can find to do, eh?
I'm going to work awfully hard at the university just to make Dad proud of me.
You'll make us all proud of you, Pip. And just remember that we all love you, regardless of whether you succeed or fail.
Thanks. It's marvelous how Father has changed. What a wonderful dad he's turned out to be.
Well, if only Judy were here now. Oh, how happy she'd be. But Judy is happy, Meg. You see, dear, it sometimes takes a sacrifice to bring realization. And Judy was that sacrifice.
Look.